Now, solving a quadratic equation using completing the square method involves these steps. And remember that this method will solve any quadratic equation. To complete the method, first you will need to move the constant term to the right-hand side of the equals. That means the x squared and x terms should be on the left. Here is where the magic happens in step 2. You will take half of the coefficient, which means you just divide that by 2, the x coefficient. You will square that result, and then you will add that result back into the equation on both sides. What is produced is a perfect square trinomial. Yay! That factors perfectly on the left. Then you will complete the process with the square root method. Don't forget to include the positive and the negative solutions because of that square root. Let's go ahead and try it on this one. As far as step 1 goes, that's already been completed because the 3 has been moved over. That 3 is a constant and it's already on the right-hand side. So I'll go directly into step 2. Step 2 will take the x coefficient, which is 8, and it will divide it by 2. Okay, so it basically halves it. That gives me 4. Then it will square that 4. That will give me 16. Then it will add that 16 back up into the problem on both sides. So here's what we have. Original equation was x squared plus 8x equals 3. However, after the step 2, where I halved, squared, and then I will add that number back into both sides of this equation. Notice the plus 16 going on both sides. Now on the left, that is what we call the perfect square trinomial. The perfect square trinomial will always factor. If we factor that, it's x times x, and 4 times 4 gives me 16. Or you could simply write that as x plus 4 quantity squared. On the right-hand side, I have 3 plus 16, which is 19. Now, that is step 3, the factoring. Step 4 is to finish this up. So I will take the square root of both sides, leaving x plus 4 equals plus minus square root of 19. Now realize that's the answer, and that represents 2 solutions. One solution is x plus 4 equals positive square root 19. The other solution is x plus 4 equals negative square root 19. So all I have to do is subtract the 4 on both sides, giving me x equals negative 4 plus square root 19. It looks strange, but that's the solution. And I do the same thing to the other equation. That will be x equals negative 4 minus square root 19. Right there. 2 solutions.